Alright lads, so in less than 12 hours time, we are going to be getting our next and first banner of the year, a fierce battle Toshiro and also Gin. Now you can see from the title, this is going to be our usual before you summon video, where we just talk about the characters once more, where they are going to be good before they do release. But it's been a while since we've done this, but this is a before you skip. You should not be pulling on this banner for the simple reason is because it is premium. Now, if you are new to the game, premium means these characters will be available in summon tickets. So if you are now saving your tickets for the 10th anniversary, which is 7 months away, but saving that far in advance is something that I would recommend, you might potentially get them through the summon tickets. But most importantly, because they are premium, they likely are going to show up as fillers in like 3 or so months time. I think at this point in time, premium banners like this just don't get reruns. They just become fillers in like 3 months. And I think a prime example of that is the Toshiro in this banner. He came out in September. Funny enough, that was our last premium banner, and he's already appearing as a filler. So characters like this just aren't really worth summoning for because they are going to be significantly more available. And at the end of 2024 wasn't a good example. We're going to get a lot of limited banners. Like every end of month is likely going to be limited, either seasonal or 1000-year Blood War, sometimes both. Your orbs, like always, are just better spent on those more limited characters. Even if Gin and Toshiro, which we will talk about, are good characters, they aren't bad by any means. And the filler pool, there's some decent characters here. I just don't think anyone should really be going any further than maybe step 3, unless, as always, your favorite character is here. I know there's a lot of Gin fans. I know there's a lot of Toshiro fans. And as always, pull for your favorite characters. So I know there will be people, even if you are a minority, that will be pulling on this banner all the way to step 10 in the hopes to get your favorite character. If you are, good luck. You already know what you got to do. But I think for the majority of the players, like you probably already know, this is a very easy skip, just for the simple reason they're premium, save for the better, more limited characters, which could be this end of month. Now remember, because this is a crown summons, these characters will not be getting individuals, but the banner itself is here until the 31st of January. So it isn't going anywhere. You can wait until the 28th of January when we find out the upcoming end of month banner, get the full overview of what the upcoming banner is end of month, and then decide whether you want to maybe pull on this banner or if you want to pull for that upcoming new banner. So there's no reason for anyone to really summon day one, even if you are tempted. Me personally, it's one of the few banners that I don't think I'm even going to do 3 steps on. Usually banners like this, I'll do 3 steps because it's a guaranteed 5-star. And I actually do want Toshiro and Gin because I think they are actually pretty decent characters. But I already know, by the time 2025 ends, I will likely have these characters duped out. That basically always happens to me for any banner that starts off the year for the mid-month of January. With that said though, let's talk about the new characters. So Gin is going to be a very simple character, a melee no attack damage character for the melee Captain Guild Quest. Now in that respective Guild Quest phase, your 2 best characters you want to use is the newly released Bankai Senjumaru. She's going to be your go-to lead, and then alongside her as your go-to no attack damage team booster, you're then going to use the 1000-year Blood War Zanjutsu Toshiro. Both of these characters are going to be very good together, and Gin is going to be the perfect character to go alongside them as the 3rd additional unit. In our most recent Guild Quest update that we did get, no attack damage characters in my opinion have more value because they're able to do consistent damage output and they make quick work of any boss in the extra level 1 or level 2. The defense stat of the enemies also got decreased, so that allows no attack damage characters to deal more damage. So having 2 no attack damage characters like Gin and also Toshiro are going to be really good for just consistent damage outputs. And that's definitely the case when you look at Gin's damage output. He has Flurry +2, an 85% normal attack damage increase, and also long reach for that extra bit of range. That way he doesn't go around missing any normal attacks. And that in of itself is already great as is, but what makes this character even better that would definitely up your clear time with this character is the fact that luckily, he does have a team party buff that increases Soripa specifically damage output to any enemy that is inflicted with a status omen. So not only is this character just a good additional normal attack damage character that you can use, that he himself will be dealing more damage, he's also going to buff Toshiro and also Senjumaru's damage output. And in all honesty, I think that's kind of needed because someone like Senjumaru doesn't have any damage to status afflicted enemy skills. Understandably so, she can inflict like 5 different status augments. So getting that extra 30% damage from Gin is going to just be very good and allow your team to clear faster because all your characters are now dealing 30% more damage. The thing with Gin though is that if you did pull on the end of year banner, Senjumaru and also Toshiro are going to be good enough to clear regardless. And because they're also both power characters, you can in exchange just use someone like Tenjiro. You can in exchange use someone like Mashiro to get that extra damage output. And for most people out there, if your only goal in Guild Quest is just to clear the difficulty, likely you don't need Gin. Obviously, having Gin will make your clear time better, but if you don't care about clear times and you aren't in a high rank S League guild, then Gin is not a character you need to get now, because likely if you have those other two characters, you're probably going to beat the guild quest. So even though Gin is a great addition to the team, and I think he is a good normal attack damage character, he's just someone that you don't need to get right now, especially with the fact that he is a premium character and not as limited. But he is a character you definitely will be happy to put in the future, because he will make your guild quest team better. And our next character, we have Toshiro, a power super Linksa farmer, and finally a character we've been waiting a very long time for. Now, power as a whole is in a very bad state when it comes to farming characters, because there aren't that many good ones. And Toshiro is going to be our first example of just an overall good super Linksa farmer. If you want super Linksa potions, you are going to want to use this character. And the reason for that is because he does have a plus 10 super Linksa potion skill and a normal plus 5 Linksa potion skill. Now, with someone like Toshiro, for example, who offers 5 additional super Linksa potions as a soul trait, using her linked to Toshiro, you can guarantee yourself 15 additional super Linksa potions. And with the idea that this character wants to be used in content like Linksa Trials, his damage output's always going to be good, as he does have Frenzy plus 2. Upon inflicting a status element, which he does have an increased chance to do against any technique enemy, he would then get an 80% spiritual pressure boost and also deal 40% more damage to frozen enemies. Now, keep in mind, this character doesn't have Debilitator, so the freeze itself will only be lasting like 2 or so seconds. But that shouldn't really hurt him all too much because his damage output is already good. As long as you have your SP boost, likely you are going to be killing very fast. Strong attack hit wise too, he has a good set of strong attacks, and he's basically going to be good in exactly where you want to use him to farm super Linksa potions. Very similar to Gin, however, he's going to be a character I consider good to have, but not needed right now. When it comes to farming super Linksa potions, there are already plenty of other super Linksa farmers, and most of the farming that you should do when it comes to super Linksa farming should be done in single player, where the quest itself is already easy as is. You can easily auto it and also do 10 times soul tickets, which makes it better than doing it in co-op. So while it is finally nice to get a really good farmer that has good strong attacks, good damage output, and will clear consistently fast, in a way it's not as needed now because you can just farm it in single player. However, like I mentioned, because he does offer plus 10 potions, he is a good character to have nonetheless. But if you've been playing this game for a while, maybe you don't even need these super Linksa potions. The achievement system does exist, and whether you have this character or not, you can easily farm super Linksa potions. Just having him will make it a tad bit better. But likely, again, if you've been playing for a while, you probably have access to other farmers, where you can already get a decent amount of super Linksa potions nonetheless. So Toshiro is another character I would consider good to have. Like, he's not bad by any means. The value of this character really comes down to if you still need to farm super Linksa potions. But he's one of those characters that you don't need to pull for right now. Maybe just get him later on when he becomes more available as a filler in around 3 or so months' time. That's it for the 2 banner characters. Let's look at the fillers. First up, Toshiro. It's the first time he is returning, and Toshiro's a bit of a weird character because he doesn't offer anything super unique. But if you do pull him and you are looking to farm coins and crystals, I guess he basically has that going for him. He actually has a good strong attack here and a decent damage output, but because his purpose is just to be used to farm crystals and coins, you never really get to show him off. He's strictly just there for that crystal coin drop increase. Soifun is a character you want to use in the melee human guild quest. She's a tad bit awkward to use as a character because their strong attacks are very stationary, which does to a certain extent work well in guild quest, but if you have access to 1000 Year Blood War Soifun, she is a much better lead for that guild quest. This Soifun is kind of someone that's just decently good if you are lacking alternative options. Aizen, I think, is a cool unit, has a good enough damage output for what he wants to be used in, but he doesn't excel in any way. He's kind of just an okay character, pretty fun to play around with if you are a fan of Aizen, but nothing special about him. Likewise with this skin too, an overall decent character, doesn't excel in anywhere, but fun nonetheless. Ruga's actually a very powerful character despite having one big drawback in that SA2. Despite that drawback being a melee attack, when she herself is a ranged character, I still see people use her in guild quests, which is kind of funny to see. But this rookie, in my opinion, is actually very fun and a good character nonetheless. Ikaku is a super Linksa farmer, serves the same purpose as Toshiro, but only offers 5 super Linksa potions. Quince Ichigo is probably one of the better characters in this banner. I think he's still a very fun and good character. Really cool unit too because he is an original Ichigo. And the best part about this Ichigo, at least when it comes to Limit Breaker content, is that he does give himself recharge in between stages. And since he is also a ranged technique holo killer, whenever Caleb want you to use Gremmy, or whenever Gremmy is usable in Limit Breaker, likewise so will this Quince Ichigo. So I think he's still a great character to have. Sun is a Linksa potion soul trait. Use her to get 5 additional Linksa potions. Yuma Yumachika is basically Toshiro but worse. His purpose is to farm Linkshot trials, get extra Linkshot potions, super Linkshot potions. But unlike Toshiro, Yumachika's only offering 5 super Linkshot potions. And then Haribel is a Linkshot farmer, user to get Linkshot potions. So yeah, very easy skip. Continue to save your orbs for the upcoming end of month of January. And even then, we'll make a banner breakdown going over some of the upcoming banners that we might be getting over the next couple of so months throughout the entire year of 2025. It will be a speculative video, just based off recent trends over the last couple of so years, when to expect our next big banner, and that expectation should be February end of month. January end of month is likely going to be a Valentine's themed banner, so our next 1000-year Blood banner shouldn't be seen until February. So plenty of time to save, and banners like this are something you should be skipping, so you have more orbs to spend on February end of month, which should be our next 1000-year Blood banner. With that said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. In the comments below, let me know if you have any plans to summon on this. For me personally, I'm just outright skipping, not even doing the first step. Even though step 3 does guarantee a 5-star, for me, I basically have everyone here, and I'm fine with skipping out on these 2 characters. I'll get them later on. Either way, hope you guys enjoyed the video. See you guys next time. Take care, and peace.